Hello! Thanks for being a part of our virtual training sessions. This presentation is going to focus on care services and how to provide support to students in crisis who might benefit from being connected to campus resources. My name is Callie Rothrock and I am the Care Services Case Manager. I work in the Dean of Students office with the rest of these folks. This presentation is going to focus on the Care Services program, which is made up of myself and Rob Keever, the Care Services Coordinator. Even though students who are referred to Care Services would most likely be working with Rob or me, the whole Dean of Students office is here to support you. Care Services is a program under the Dean of Students office. Now that we are working remotely, things are a little different, but we are usually located in Siemens Hall, room 211, right off the UC Quad. Normally we invite students to come check out our office, say hi, or schedule an appointment, but while we are working remotely, the best way to get a hold of us is by email or phone. If you call and get the voicemail, leave a message and someone will return your call shortly. We are available to meet with students over the phone or Zoom, and we are checking our emails frequently, so we should respond quickly. CARE stands for Campus Assistance, Response, and Engagement. Our main goal is to support the well-being and success of HSU students. We do this by making personalized referrals to support services, advocating for students in need, and assisting with navigating processes at HSU. If students ever find themselves needing help accessing support services on or off campus, Care Services can assist them in finding a resource. This can include medical, mental health, and other basic needs services or academic accommodations. When we meet with students, we can do our best to find a service that most fits each individual's needs. We understand that things happen in students' personal lives while they are in college. They may get sick, have a family emergency, or have to take time to address mental health concerns. We also understand that sometimes it can create more harm by having to repeat your circumstances over and over to each professor. By meeting with Care Services, students can discuss their circumstances with us, and then we can work with them and their professors to arrange whatever reasonable accommodations might be available. Additionally, if the circumstances are so severe that someone is unable to continue in a course, Care Services can help students navigate the process to withdraw from one or more courses. We can also help advocate for a student to have the chance to complete the course at a later date. While we hope that all students will take the time to read their student handbook and course catalog when they get to HSU, we understand that that's not always possible, and rules change frequently, or there are exceptions to rules that are not always clear. Care Services takes the time to stay up to date on many processes and procedures at HSU so we can assist students in navigating them to better ensure their success. Sometimes cases we handle might involve many different offices or departments at HSU, and Care Services helps facilitate services across campus. Also, professors and staff might reach out to Care Services to consult with us about a specific situation to help students overcome non-academic challenges. Whenever students may be experiencing extenuating circumstances and families or community services need to notify the university, Care Services may consult with these groups while still abiding by students' privacy rights, which I will speak about more in a moment. We do this to make sure that we can properly accommodate students' needs on campus while they are addressing their circumstances. When large-scale cases occur, Care Services will consult with academic departments and offices on campus that were directly impacted. We will also make sure students who were directly affected by the large-scale case receive the support they need. Care Services is a private but not completely confidential service. What this means is that we do not share student information unless necessary, and we have consent from the student. We abide by the Federal Education Rights and Privacy Act, which protects student information from being shared with other students or anyone outside of HSU. We do our best to consult with the students we work with before sharing any of their information with others, and we would only do this to make sure they are getting the support they need. Because you are leaders at HSU and other students might come to you when they are going through a challenging time, I want to make sure that you are able to recognize students in distress and that you know how to connect those students to resources which can help them overcome their circumstances. This list goes over a few signs which might indicate that a student is in distress. Usually these things are easier to recognize in person, but I think these signs can be recognized virtually as well. Signs of distress are not limited to these 7 bullet points, but also just because someone is exhibiting one of these signs does not mean they're automatically in crisis. For example, if a person is showing intense emotion for a day or two, they might be processing on their own and be fine. But if it's paired with other signs on this list, or if the behavior they are exhibiting is determined to be uncommon for that person and pretty consistent, That might be a time to check in and see if the student would like assistance getting connected to care services. If you are concerned about a student and would like to connect them to care services, there are a couple ways to do so. Students are always welcome to refer themselves by emailing or calling the Dean of Students office. We also just created a new self-referral form for students which can be found on our website. Both of these options would be good if you feel comfortable talking with the student and walking them through the steps to reach out to us, like giving them our contact information or sending them a link to the self-referral form. Also, students are often referred to care services by staff and faculty, so please feel free to connect with your staff advisor or another trusted staff member to get assistance referring a student. In clubs and activities, Molly Kressel is a great person to talk to if you are concerned about a fellow student. You can make an appointment to talk with Molly about a student of concern by using the You Can Book Me link on the slide. Just because you are a leader on campus does not mean that you need to help every student who comes to you in crisis. Sometimes the situation might feel like too much to handle, and that is 100% okay. It's important for you to set boundaries that feel comfortable for you. Everyone's boundaries might look a little different, and that's okay too. If a student starts to talk to you about a situation that feels like too much for you to handle at that moment, it's totally fine to stop them and say something like, "Hey, it sounds like you're dealing with some really difficult things right now, and I'm so sorry. I want to connect you with these resources I know about because they're better prepared to help you with stuff like this than I am, and I just want to make sure that you're getting the best support possible. Can I tell you about some resources and see which one sounds best for you right now?" That's just one example of something you could say. Students are ultimately going to feel more supported once they are connected to a resource that has the capacity to listen and support them through whatever circumstances they are experiencing. And of course, if the situation is clearly an emergency, please call 911. If you are affected by what the student disclosed to you, please feel free to seek support for yourself by talking with your staff advisor, Molly Kressel, or by contacting our office. If you do end up wanting to refer students to various resources on campus, it's important to know what the options are. The rest of the presentation is going to focus on campus resources that Care Services either provides or works very closely with. These are resources that you can refer students to directly, or you can refer students to Care, and we can talk to them about which resources might be most helpful. The Temporary Emergency Housing Program is actually a program within Care Services. We now provide direct assistance and referrals to support housing challenges. Recently, we developed an on-campus temporary emergency housing program in collaboration with HSU Housing and Resident Life. This program can assist students experiencing crisis situations with homelessness or housing insecurity. At no cost to the student, they can stay up to 21 days in an on-campus room while they receive support in establishing safe, permanent housing. During this time, they can also have access to other basic needs resources. If you or another student ever find yourself needing the support, please contact Care Services. Students in the Temporary Emergency Housing Program will meet with Rob, me, or our off-campus housing coordinator, who I will talk about next. HSU's off-campus housing coordinator, Shantae Catt, provides advocacy and support for HSU students seeking housing off-campus. Shantae works with local community agencies to develop relationships and community support to help students find access to housing. Shantae has also developed activist organizations to educate and fight for homeless student rights. Shantae is an incredible resource and is always open to meeting students who are in need of housing support. For more information about off-campus housing support, please contact Shantae or schedule a meeting with her from the link shown on the slide. Care Services can assist with considering how accommodations may impact students' academic progress, and we understand how to navigate course information, but we do not provide direct academic or career advising. Care Services works closely with the Academic and Career Advising Center, the Educational Opportunities Program, and major advisors. Care Services does not provide direct mental health services, but works closely with HSU Counseling and Psychological Services on campus, also known as CAPS. CAPS provides mental health counseling, group sessions, and 24/7 crisis support. If a student needs to speak with a mental health professional right away, they are encouraged to contact CAPS and request an immediate crisis appointment. Students who are dealing with issues including sexual assault, intimate partner violence, stalking, and/or discrimination, harassment, and retaliation-related issues sometimes end up being referred to Care Services. We do not provide direct services around these issues, but we are happy to help students get connected to the Title IX coordinator and any other support services that might be helpful at the time. The Campus Advocate Team is part of a local nonprofit organization that has partnered with HSU to provide free and confidential services to students who have experienced sexual assault, dating violence, and/or stalking. The Campus Advocate Team offers counseling, which is different from CAPS counseling, advocacy services, a 24-hour support line, and they can accompany students to law enforcement, the hospital, Title IX appointments, or court if students choose to go through any of these processes. Because the Campus Advocate Team is not employed by the university, they do not have any reporting obligations and are therefore completely confidential no matter what is disclosed to them. Another part of the Dean of Students Office includes student rights and responsibilities. Students who are referred to care for behavior or academic conduct concerns will be directed to our Associate Dean of Students, Roger Wing. Students may also get referred to care services for access and ability issues, in which case we may be referring students to the Student Disability Resource Center, also known as the SDRC. The SDRC promotes self-advocacy and provides service, support, and resources for students with disabilities. This may also include temporary disabilities like injuries. The SDRC strives to create an inclusive and accessible environment at HSU. If you feel like you or someone you know may need disability services and resources, please contact the SDRC as soon as possible to get set up with accommodations. Students can even contact the SDRC prior to the start of the fall semester. VET stands for Veterans Enrollment Transition Services. While CARE is happy to work with veterans who are in need of care services, we would also refer them to VET so they can receive veteran-specific services including advising, tutoring, help with budgeting and financial aid, information about fee waivers, and much more. Please contact VETs or visit their website to learn more about the many services they offer. Student Health and Wellbeing Services covers a lot of really useful resources. The services that CARE most commonly refers students to are the Student Health Center, OSNAP, and CAPS, which we already covered earlier. At the Student Health Center, students can receive a wide range of medical care at a very low cost. You can visit their website listed in the contact box on the slide to learn more about their services. OSNAP is the food pantry on campus where students can receive free food. OSNAP helps students apply for CalFresh, Medi-Cal, and they also provide J-Points to students who have immediate food insecurity needs. The hours and location listed on the slide might change once the semester begins, so definitely check their website for the most up-to-date information. So that was a lot of resources to cover, and not to overwhelm you with even more, but if you are interested in learning about more resources on and off campus, you are welcome to check out our website to see a comprehensive list of support services that are available. We're also in the process of creating a new website that will be a one-stop shop for all basic needs resources. That's it for this presentation. Please feel free to reach out to me or the rest of my office anytime. Even though we aren't on campus, we are still ready to meet with students and help the best we can. Hope you all have a great year.